everybody and welcome back. It has been over 10 years since the 370Z was first debuted back in 2008. The 370Z has been around for so long, and a lot of us have been sitting here waiting to see what the future of the Z might be able to hold. And just recently, Nissan finally announced that the digital unveil of the 370Z was finally about to happen. In fact, I've actually got the 370Z debut premiering right now on laptop. We are getting ready to see it. It's only a few minutes away. I'm super excited to see what this new Z is going to entail. We're obviously from this unveil going to get an idea of what it looks like from a lot of the teaser footage that they've been sharing. It draws a lot of inspiration from some of the older Model Zs. I see a lot of the original 240 and 280s in this car, especially in those headlights. I really like the way that these two-piece headlights look, but really we just haven't gotten a whole lot of idea of what this looks like, so we're going to be able to see that finally today. I suspect it is just going to be, again, a prototype. I think they're still going to be refining some of the looks of it, but this will at least give us a really nice idea of what the future Z is going to look like. I'm really hoping we also get a name for this car as well. There's been a lot of speculation that it's going to be called the 400Z, because the VR30 motor with the special intercooler and the tuning has like 400 horsepower. But that doesn't really follow the pattern that Nissan has been doing with these Z cars. So I am hoping that we do get something to call this. Maybe it's simply just going to be called the Z from now on. Who knows? But I'm hoping maybe we can get a name for the car. Maybe we can even get a hint at what the powertrain is. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I know there's a lot of speculation that it's going to be taking the motor from the Infiniti Q50. We're going to see that VR30 motor inside the new Z. It just makes sense because this is what Nissan has been doing in the past, taking the motors from the Infinitis, putting it inside their sports car. So maybe we'll get a hint at the powertrain. I'm skeptical that we're even going to see that. I think for the most part today, we're probably just going to see what the new looks of the Z are. Oh, here we go, guys. So obviously we know that the newer Zs, oh, there's a look at the taillights right there. So that looks a lot like the 300Z taillights, actually. I think they drew some inspiration from that. This teaser footage, though. They really are drawing from a lot of the older models. So I see a lot of the 240 here in the front. Oh, and there's a look at the inside. They've got the gauges from the 370. They're actually keeping that triple gauge cluster there up at the top. I think the interior is probably going to look a lot like the 370 model. Oh, it looks so good. So yeah, we know that there's going to be a manual option now. We found that out in the previous video. Here we go. So we just got a nice shot of the interior. It's a much more updated interior. It looks really nice. I love those taillights. I was a bit worried about some of the renderings that I had seen, but these taillights look absolutely nice. A lot of inspiration from the 300 there. So they have the exact same door handles from the 350 and 370 models. I'm surprised. I guess they didn't put a lot of effort into updating some parts of the interior.
And welcome to the old Z fans joining us live from the US, Japan.
How many people are watching this live right now? We've got over 30,000 people watching this. Oh, look at that really nice side shot there of the Z.
I must say, the Z,
it looks so good. I like the black roof that they've gone ahead and integrated into the roof line there.
I felt the connection just looking at the car was exciting for me.
I'm not a big fan of the front. I'm hoping they update this grille here. It seems really squarish. I don't know what you guys think. Comment down below. Hopefully they're still doing something with the front end, but maybe we'll find out here in a minute.
As a Z fan, I'm excited to announce that the new Z is coming.
It's difficult to tell right now because of the scale. It looks like the new Model Z may be a little bit smaller than the 370. That's one of the few complaints I've actually had, is how heavy the 370 is. So it's nice to see that they may have downsized it a little bit. Here's a really nice look at the updated interior. I'm still surprised that they're sticking with this handle design that they've had for about 20 years now. But this new updated interior looks really nice.
Draws inspiration from the design of two groundbreaking models, the 240Z and 300ZX.
So I think this is kind of what we had gathered. They're really drawing heavily on the 240 and the 300Zs for the design here. You can really see the parallels in between these two models and how they've integrated it to kind of get this more modern look. So I've actually not been to ZCon before. I'm hoping to be able to get out there next year sometime if the schedule lines up. It'd be really cool to get out there and just see a bunch of other Z fans and meet some of you guys as well.
Type of low slung.
There we go. With the close-up, we can actually see that at least on this Proto Z, they are sporting some drilled rotors. Now, this is just a premiere of the vehicle and just a proto unveil. No idea if that's actually going to be standard or an option when the Z comes out, but I'm hoping to still see this when they finally release it. There's a nice close-up of the taillights too. That's got a really interesting design with that kind of 3D effect going on there. I love this accent piece that they have on the roof. They're describing it as a kind of katana. I think it really highlights the lines of the Z's quite nicely. I love that they've gone back to the 240 and integrated that hood bulge back on there. That looks absolutely fantastic. I do hope they change that grille up again. That's the only thing that I'm not liking so far about this design, but other than that, I love the way this car looks. This updated interior, guys.
Yes, they're beautiful, but they're wonderful things to drive. The car is
it appears that they are integrating a fully digital display for the tachometer and all the dials there in the dash. I'm not sure how I feel on that yet because I am a fan of the old-fashioned actual physical needles, but it's interesting to see though what options we might be able to get out of this digital display. This is a really interesting yellow color. It almost seems like it's got a slight neon green to it too. I'm hard to describe, but I do like this color. It's really pretty with the matching calipers too.
You know, the sports car driver loves manual transmission. And, you know, manual transmission of changing the gear, synchronized to the car. My body is contact or connect to the car. My partner. That is very important for key elements of a sports car.
I don't think that could have been better said. I am really glad that they are keeping the manual in the Z. I know a lot of us are really worried that there wouldn't be a manual option, so it's good to hear that they are in fact bringing the manual transmission back to the car.
To be a passenger.
So I'm seeing a lot of interesting artifacts here in some of the body lines. Because this is a prototype, I do think they're still kind of sculpting out what the shape of this is going to be. It'll be interesting to see how this car takes form as it begins to progress through the design stages.
So it was breaking all the grounds. It was super lightweight, as the question asks. And when we started hearing from our engineers, some of the characteristics that they are dreaming about. It's not exactly 240, but you know, with the twin turbo, that's a different type of power.
So I don't know if you just admitted that we are getting the VR30 motor. I know that's been speculated quite a lot. Hopefully we'll get a confirmation on that because I don't think it's been admitted yet if we are going to be getting the engine from the Q50 in this new Z, but it sounds like they are drawing from that as well.
Thank you very much. For more details on the car in the coming months, please visit the NissanNext.com. Let's keep the legacy of Z alive. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Give me just a second, guys. I got to process this.